Hello everyone, and welcome to my young and restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Crimson Lights, Summer meets Kyle and informs him that her mother was abducted but is now safe. For whatever reason, she and Sharon were held captive at an abandoned clinic. The abductor texted them, and Nick, Chance, and Billy were able to locate them. Kyle is certain that she is relieved, as is Daniel. She continues to worry about how strange this is. The person responsible for this is still at large. He acknowledges that's unsettling. He regrets that her family has been singled out. She appreciates his stability and encouragement. When Claire enters, she notices them together. She asks after Phyllis after walking over to kiss him. He tells her about the amazing rescue. Summer gripes about the lunatic that targets her family every day. She is certain that Sharon bears some responsibility for this. She reveals that Harrison was not bothered by the rumors that he had heard about Phyllis from one of the other children. That they prepared their son for that possibility makes Claire happy. Claire has to return to work, but Kyle invites her to lunch. As Summer frantically pours sugar into her coffee, they make plans to get dinner. Summer invites Kyle to lunch after Claire leaves. Victor is eating by himself at the GCAC when Kyle and Summer get there. They engage in some small chat. According to Kyle, everything at Jabot is running smoothly. Well, darned if I do. Happy to hear that, Victor responds. After his granddaughter receives a table, Kyle lashes out at Victor, reminding him that he foresaw the company's demise. He wonders what he's actually attempting to learn and admits that he was completely mistaken. Victor says he was just being courteous while eating some potatoes. Kyle is certain that he was searching for dirt. Victor is still sure the Abbotts will collapse. He encourages him to have a good day and that he has completely forgotten about them. Kyle complains about her grandfather's needling of him when they sit. She is certain that Victor's hatred of Jack is the main reason, although friction with Claire is also a factor. She goes on to say that she believes her grandfather believes they ought to reconcile. He doesn't understand that. Summer clarifies that he has been implying that since they have a child together, they need to present a unified front. She isn't supporting this. He is sorry that Claire is caught in the midst of this. Lily informs Devin and Nate in the penthouse that she is close to attracting several artists to their business. They're impressed. She talks endlessly about the tour she is organizing. She's attempting to show them up, they joke. When Damian arrives, he asks Nate if his mother has been admitted to a Chicago hospital. Nate is unaware of that. She called to say the doctor wanted to begin her new treatment right away, according to his half-brother. Nate thinks this is hurried. For a meeting, his phone has been silenced. He checks and finds that both Amy and Dr. Kelly have called. He leaves to give them a call back. Damian wishes he knew more about his mother's condition and apologizes to Devin and Lily for interrupting them. A part of him fears that something might be amiss. He is preparing for terrible news and has already recovered from the trauma of losing a parent. When Nate comes back, he informs them that Amy has started treatment. The tests proceeded quickly, so they decided to get started right away. Nate reassures Damian that Amy is in the finest possible hands, despite his concerns that this is being done too quickly. Nate offers that they both go because Damian believes she should be accompanied by relatives. Damian thinks that sounds fantastic. Nate must let Audra know that he will not be able to go to lunch with her. Audra is startled by Holden at Society. She believed he was back in Los Angeles. He says they've rescheduled his flight. He confesses while drinking that he didn't hate the wait because he knew she was there. She reminds him that their history is behind them. She consented to be pals, he notes. That's all it will ever be, she says. He affirms that he respects her relationship with Nate and has no desire to renew anything. Why does she keep giving him conflicting messages, Holden wonders. She acknowledges that she allowed him to make assumptions that she didn't correct. Nate was the one who texted him from her phone to accept his buddy request. Audra believes he did that to demonstrate his lack of jealousy. Although she doesn't mind their friendship, she doesn't think he won't try to take advantage of it. He invites her to lunch and asks how he can show himself. Holden suggests that he join them when she says Nate is joining her. She tells him he's pushing too hard when he tries to order her another drink. Nate calls to inform him that he must postpone lunch because he and his brother are leaving for Chicago to visit Amy. Audra acknowledges this and requests that he update her. She's free for lunch now, Holden notes. Nate tells Devin and Lily how much he enjoys Genoa City back at the penthouse. The locals are really friendly. He was shocked to hear that his mother lived there her entire life. Now that he's experienced it, he questions why she left in the first place. Devin discusses everything he wishes he had questioned Neil about. After packing, Nate descends, and Damian expresses gratitude to him for everything. They smile and give each other a handshake. Audra and Holden are given a table back at Society. He reminds her that she used to be up for anything and everything in an attempt to entice her to drink more. She claims that she is no longer that way. He brings up memories of her singing Metallica songs and all the margaritas they drank together. Devin and Lily enter the room and see them laughing. They approach Holden and are introduced to him. Lily observes how much lighter she feels knowing Amy has made her, and Audra tells them how warm Amy is. Holden observes that Nate's family hasn't exactly taken to her after they leave to fetch a table. Devin and Lily get down to discuss why Audra is dating Holden. He believes there isn't much to infer from it. Devin also has no desire to become involved. Lily thinks their cousin might be the target of an impending ambush. Beyond what Holden or Damian are telling them, there appears to be more. Damian and Nate visit the GCAC to retrieve a few bags. Nate phones Amy as Damian goes upstairs to let her know he's on his way and that he's glad she's receiving treatment. He claims that her son is eager to join her and that the doctor specifically prescribed that. Damian descends and expresses his gratitude to Nate for what he has done. Even though Nate is aware of how difficult this situation has been for him, he still hopes for a good conclusion. According to teasers for The Young and the Restless, their kidnapper may still pose a threat to Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. The clinic where he was holding Phyllis and Sharon had a security breach, which Alan/Martin Laurent, Christopher Cousins, is aware of. After their escape, is he still a threat to them? Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers had a reason for being kidnapped. Sharon and Phyllis weren't abducted at random. There's a reason these women were seized. It won't sit well that Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, assisted in their rescue. Alan hasn't made any plans for them to leave. To murder them both, the gas was even set to explode at a specific moment. Alan's phone has warned Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, of an issue now that the trial is over. Tracy had just been engaged to Alan before she noticed the phone texts. Alan's excuses aren't making a great deal of sense. Tracy is aware that Alan's phone is free of malware and viruses. These women were drugged by Alan Laurent in order to get them to the clinic. Sharon and Phyllis were both given drugs beforehand. While the two women were at the clinic, Alan also poisoned them. Since these two would be sitting ducks once more, it is not safe for them to remain in town. On Valentine's Day, how did Alan even manage to get to them? Is Alan going to pursue them again? Alan has dealt with this with his brother for years. Martin might actually be pretending to be Alan. Since none of the guys know his appearance, he may choose to make friends with them and bring them back to the place where he has been holding them. Alan might have further locations to hide these two. Will Tracy end up in the center of this abduction crisis? Sharon Newman is being sent out of town by Nick Newman. It appears that Nick concurs that Sharon should leave town. Nick is unaware of Sharon's kidnapper, though. How could Nick and Sharon be unaware that she might be pursued? Does Alan truly not think he will return if he is going to this extent? Alan must have been after her for a while. These same difficulties apply to Phyllis as well. How was Alan aware of their disagreement? Could Martin have once been imprisoned alongside Phyllis or Sharon? Before sending any woman on a vacation, someone should take all of this into account. How will they locate them while they are out of town if they don't see them missing in Genoa City? The Young and the Restless continues to deliver a riveting blend of drama, suspense, and emotional depth as the characters navigate the fallout from recent events and confront new challenges. The March 19th episode is packed with intense moments, from Summer Newman's attempts to reconnect with Kyle Abbott to the ongoing mystery surrounding the kidnapping of Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman. As the residents of Genoa City grapple with their personal and professional lives, the stakes continue to rise, with each decision and interaction carrying significant consequences. At Crimson Lights, Summer finds Kyle and updates him on the harrowing ordeal her mother endured. She explains that Phyllis was held hostage with Sharon at an abandoned clinic, and while they were miraculously rescued thanks to a text from the kidnapper, the bizarre nature of the situation leaves her deeply unsettled. Summer's concern is palpable as she expresses her fear that the perpetrator is still at large, posing a continued threat to her family. Kyle, ever the supportive friend, offers his sympathy and reassures her that he's there for her. However, the tension between them is evident, especially when Claire Newman walks in and witnesses their close interaction. Claire's subtle display of affection toward Kyle, marked by a kiss, serves as a reminder of her place in his life. Summer's thinly veiled dig at Sharon, blaming her for the family's misfortunes, further underscores the simmering animosity between the two women. As Kyle and Claire make plans for dinner, Summer's frustration is evident as she furiously dumps sugar into her coffee, a small but telling gesture of her inner turmoil. The dynamic between Kyle, Summer, and Claire becomes even more complicated when they encounter Victor Newman at the GCAC. Victor's probing questions about Kyle's work at Jabot reveal his ongoing efforts to undermine the Abbotts, while his thinly veiled disdain for Claire adds another layer of tension. Kyle's frustration with Victor's meddling is evident as he vents to Summer, who speculates that Victor's actions are partly motivated by his desire to see her and Kyle reunite for Harrison's sake. Summer's admission that she's not advocating for a reunion, despite Victor's suggestions, highlights the complexity of her feelings for Kyle. Meanwhile, Kyle's empathy for Claire, who finds herself caught in the middle of the drama, underscores his commitment to their relationship. The interplay between the characters highlights the show's exploration of family dynamics, loyalty, and the lengths to which people will go to protect their loved ones. At the penthouse, Lily Winters, Devin Hamilton, and Nate Hastings discuss their latest business ventures, with Lily's plans to lure artists to their company taking center stage. The camaraderie between the characters is evident as they joke and banter, but the mood shifts when Damian Kane arrives with concerning news about his mother, Amy Lewis. Damian's anxiety about Amy's rushed hospitalization in Chicago adds an emotional layer to the storyline as he grapples with the trauma of losing a parent and braces himself for potential bad news. Nate's reassurance that Amy is in good hands provides some comfort, but Damian's insistence on being by her side underscores the importance of family in times of crisis. The decision for Nate and Damian to travel to Chicago together marks a significant step in their relationship, as they bond over their shared concern for Amy. Meanwhile, at Society, Audra Charles finds herself in an awkward position when Holden Novak unexpectedly shows up. Holden's attempts to rekindle their friendship, and possibly more, create tension as Audra struggles to maintain her boundaries. Her admission that Nate sent the text agreeing to be friends with Holden adds an intriguing twist to the storyline, as she navigates the complexities of her relationships with both men. Holden's persistence and his reminiscing about their past highlight the lingering connection between them, but Audra's commitment to Nate remains steadfast. The arrival of Devin and Lily adds another layer of intrigue as they speculate about the nature of Audra and Holden's relationship. Lily's suspicions about Damian and Holden's true motives drive her to continue investigating, setting the stage for further revelations. As the drama unfolds, the mystery surrounding the kidnapping of Phyllis and Sharon takes a chilling turn. The revelation that Alan Moran, who may actually be his twin brother Martin, orchestrated the kidnapping as part of a twisted psychological experiment raises questions about his motives and his true intentions toward Tracy Abbott. The security breach at the clinic and the subsequent alerts on Alan's phone add to the sense of impending crisis, as Chance Chancellor races against time to uncover the truth. The possibility that Alan plans to take Tracy to Paris to escape justice heightens the stakes, as Chance works to prevent a potential tragedy. The tension builds as the characters' personal lives intersect with the investigation, creating a sense of urgency and suspense. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Phyllis and Sharon may still be in danger, as Alan's twisted experiment is far from over. The fact that they were drugged and poisoned during their captivity underscores the severity of the threat they face. Nick Newman's suggestion that Sharon leave town to escape the danger raises questions about the effectiveness of such a plan, especially if Alan is determined to continue his twisted game. The possibility that Alan could follow Sharon and Phyllis, or even abduct them again, adds a chilling dimension to the storyline. As the characters grapple with the fallout from the kidnapping, they must also confront the reality that the perpetrator is still at large, posing a continued threat to their safety. The intertwining storylines create a rich tapestry of drama, suspense, and emotional depth, keeping viewers eagerly anticipating what's to come. The Young and the Restless continues to deliver compelling storytelling as the characters navigate the challenges of love, family, and the pursuit of happiness in the face of adversity. The March 19th episode is a testament to the show's ability to balance intense drama with heartfelt moments, creating a captivating viewing experience for fans. As the residents of Genoa City confront their fears, desires, and the consequences of their actions, the stage is set for further twists and turns, ensuring that the drama will continue to unfold in unexpected and thrilling ways.